Hey, what's up? Happy New Year! So I've done ranking every grass starter, every water starter, and now I'm going to be doing ranking every fire starter Pokemon from worst to best. Now I'm gonna go mainly the final evolution, but other aspects like pre-evolution, shininess, other things, etc. Anyway, subscribe and let's get to this. Now for our number 9 spot, we have Delphox. Now unlike the water starters, there is no fire starter that I dislike, but Delphox is just forgettable. I remember there was a Delphox raid in Scarlet and Violet, and I forgot what I did in that race because it was just very easy to do. Its design is just decent, but it's just forgettable. Actually, this whole line is forgettable, but not this one. This one was in Pokémon. But overall, Delphox is just meh. For our number 8 spot, we have Emboar. So I've come to appreciate this Pokemon for a bit now. I remember everyone did not like Emboar for the sole reason of being the 3rd consecutive firefighting type, which I always thought was a dumb reason to hate a Pokemon. I just didn't like it for a while, for the sole reason of how its evolution line is designed, specifically Picknight. But Picknight is a good progression from Tepig, and Emboar is a good progression from Picknight. So I can never get over that Picknight is wearing a spandex. My one gripe with it is its shiny form. Not because it's bad, but because it's just way too good for Emboar. Out of all Pokemon, they have such a cool color scheme to Emboar out of all Pokemon, man. But this is the only reason why I think people remember Emboar is because of its shiny form. Pretty wild to me, but it is what it is, I guess. For our number 7 spot, we have Cinderace. So there's nothing going for with this Pokemon besides its design and what it's based on, aka football player. Para vosotros. Now this is a point of the list where the whole evolution line starts to get good as a whole. I like Scorbunny and I unironically like Reboot more than Cinderace. This Pokemon seems extremely expressive, which I like, but my one gripe with Cinderace is it's kinda bland, which is how I feel about the Galar starters in general. I know they're trying to make Cinderace the poster child of this trio, but it doesn't really stand out to me. At least its signature move has a cool animation. Well, it used to. For our number 6 spot, we have Skeledirge, or as I like to call it, Zellydirge. Now, I really like the concept of Zellydirge, being a Pokemon based on a crocodile, and birds and crocodiles share a symbiotic relationship. That's why you see the little bird on its snout. I remember people were hoping that this would evolve into a snake because, the Chinese New Year things, the fire starters, being, animals of, the Chinese New Year. But I like that we got Skeledirge, and I also like how it broke that trend. I feel like when people talk about Skeledirge, everyone always talks about Fuecoco and Skeledirge, and that's because Crocalor suffers from the Picknight syndrome. Now, I will never understand why I spent 1,400 eggs on hatching this. Its shiny isn't even anything that special, but Zellydirge is related to, Day of the Dead, which is cool and all, shout out to my Hispanic viewers out there. Skeledirge is the best Gen 9 starter by a long mile. Now for this next Pokemon, people either love it or they fucking despise it. If you guessed Incineroar, then you're correct. Now this Pokemon is cool. People don't like that it's bipedal, but I frankly don't care. It seems like this Pokemon competes a lot with Decadewey. Decadewey is in Unite and Pokken, while Incineroar is in Smash. Decadewey got it in Hisuian form, Incineroar is the face of VGC. Speaking of VGC, I've seen Incineroar every other VGC game I play, so the king is making his comeback. I love Litten and Torracat, and I love this thing as well. And their shiny forms are some of the best in the game. They gave it the white tiger treatment but kept the red and orange color schemes, which I thought was very nice. Incineroar, you may be annoying, but you're still my go. And before we move on, you're greeted by the monkeys of prosperity. They ask you to subscribe to the channel as we are somewhat close to gaining 1,000 subscribers. You can also become a channel member. It's only $3 a month and you do get access to exclusive videos. However, if you do subscribe to the channel, may the monkeys of prosperity give you good luck. Now back to the video. Now we move on to our top 4 spot, and for our number 4 spot, we have Typhlosion. Now on October 12th, 2013, Game Freak took away something special away from the Typhlosion line, and that was its flames. From there, everyone proceeded to hate Typhlosion for the next 8 years. Well, the flames weren't gone entirely, but you almost never saw them. Seeing Typhlosion with no flames is like seeing Aegislash without a shield, but Game Freak has fixed Typhlosion in multiple ways. 1, they gave it its flames back. 2, they gave it a Hisuian form. I honestly love Hisuian Typhlosion. It looks like Typhlosion has been hanging around Snoop Dogg cause man, oh man, is he cooked. I loved using Hisuian Typhlosion in the VGC, and although the team I used wasn't all that good, I had lots of fun using it. I love Cyndaquil, and I especially love Quilava, and I think Typhlosion is very great. It's a shame that this is basically a Gen 2 Charizard, and it's shiny, and both forms are pretty mediocre. Unless you're playing Gen 2. Okay, now we have our top 3 spot, and for our number 3, we have Blaziken. This is the closest thing we have to KFC as a Pokemon. I've always liked Blaziken. I thought it was so cool in fact, I almost picked up Pokemon Unite again just to main him. Almost. It was the first starter Pokemon to get banned in single battles, my most used Hoenn starter despite me liking the Trico line more. Like, this Pokemon was literally revealed before its debut generation. I like Torchic a lot. I also like Combusken a lot, even though it's suspiciously shaped like a wiener. I also like their shiny forms. Not so much Blaziken, but I don't personally think it's that bad. But I'm not too much of a fan on Mega Blaziken. I think it's just too outlandish for me. Also, normal Blaziken outclasses this thing in the competitive scene too. Blaziken is a true mad lad. Okay, so we have 2 more Pokemon left. Now I know 99% of viewers know what the number 1 spot is, so by process of elimination, we have only Charizard left. Okay, hear me out. Now I'm convinced that most people fake hate Charizard. They like to hate on Charizard even though deep down they actually like it. Yeah, I know it's annoying that the Pokemon company bottle feeds this thing as much as it can get, but come on, it's a fucking dragon, dude. Actually, it's not a dragon. It's just a lizard with wings, but this is a dragon. Even though I like Zard X, I'm a personal enjoyer of Zard Y. Gigantamax Zard is cool too. And come on, how many of you guys got hype every time you saw Charizard in the anime, dude? I'll never forget where Charizard sent Magmar to the Shadow Realm. And shout out to Charmander and Charmeleon as well. And how can you not talk about Charizard without talking about its shiny form? This goes way too hard at times. I think Charizard in all aspects are extremely overrated, but it's Charizard, so yeah. Now we have the number 1 spot. You should know what this Pokemon should be before you even clicked on this video. For our number 1 spot, we have Infernape. Thanks for watching. I'm just kidding. Okay, so this Pokemon is legendary. This Pokemon has everything going for it. Great design, great and competitive, legendary in the anime. A decent shiny I know at least one person absolutely despises. Great evolution line. Chimchar, one of the best starter Pokemon ever. Monferno, the greatest Pokemon in existence and you can't prove me otherwise. Infernape, fucking amazing. And guess what? How many of you guys watch Dragon Ball? Infernape is loosely based on Goku. And I'm not joking when I say this. I've heard your Kingambit is pretty strong. Let me fight it. I hope they add this Pokemon to Unite one day. You're telling me they add Meowscarada, but not my boy? Please, just add him already. But yeah, Infernape is the best fire starter and you cannot prove me otherwise. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Subscribe and comment down below what other ranking videos should I do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.